Hello, here we are in the course of certification of organic production and geographical indication. Exactly, we are in the second part of the lecture Certification on Organic Production. In, this, in the first part of the lecture, we are familiar or you were become familiar with the issues questions that were planned to discuss in this lecture. The first issue, standards and certification, are already discussed in the first part. In fact, in this second part, I will discuss two issues: importance of certification and challenges for producers and organic market. The other question, reasons for conversion or going out of organic system, will be discussed in another part that is called third part of this lecture. Let's start with importance of certification. First, I wanted to speak about benefits or the reasons that we certified products. Organic certification is always important for a growing worldwide market and demand for organic food. If we see from the side of consumers, the certified organic serves to them as a product assurance, similar to like non-GMO products. Or, okay, let's go out of organic. Integral wheat flour now can be a kind of certification, or no artificial preservatives, or no palm oil biscuits, etc., etc. So these are, how to say, notes that are put in the label. They are not obligatory, the last ones, but consumers, clients, when they go in the market, search for this kind of information because it's a way not only that they have to be informed, but it is because they want to protect themselves. Certification is intended to protect consumers from misuse of the term and make buying organics easy. So makes shopping uh, easier for them. Certification is essentially aimed at regulating and facilitating the sale of organic products to consumers. Then if we will go to the producers' benefits, we have to understand that for producers it is an important marketing tool to be identified in the market. And not only, how to say, to make the work easy for the consumers, but it is much more because uh, there are consumers that search organic certified products, and if they will not have indication about organic, then for the consumers will not be easy or even will not find the product. And in this case, the producers um, are not, cannot be identified and have not competitive characteristic compared to the other producers. Certification and being able to put the word organic on a food product is a valuable marketing advantage in today's consumers market. However, the organic labeling made possible by certification itself usually requires explanations. In many countries, organic legislation defines three levels of organic products made, for example, entirely with certified organic ingredients and methods can be labeled 100% organic. Products with 95% organic ingredients can use again the word organic. Both may also display organic seal. Another category containing a minimum of 70% organic ingredients can be labeled made with organic ingredients. And in addition, products may also display the logo of the certification body that approved them. In fact, products made with less than 70% organic ingredients cannot advertise this information to consumers and can only mention this fact in the product's ingredient statement. There are some short-term market opportunities. Introduction in a higher added value market even when the production cost is not increased by the application of the production system. So there is the possibility of the so-called niche markets. In the past, this has been more important um, for the organic products to be and to enter to these niche markets. Now, with the increase of the organic production and with the increase of the demand too um, of the consumers, and with the trend that organic to become stream, now the objective of organic movement is not um, supporting organic production method and supporting farmers in order they to enter to these so-called niche markets. The objective is to have possibly organic food for all. So, okay, it is not yet true, it is not reached now, but this is a objective of the future. Introduction in a less competitive market with special reference to processed products. So this is a short-term market opportunity. Long-term market opportunities. Certification is important because it support in this case, or it is a way to increase ethical consumption. It is a better introduction in the modern forms of short chain. The objective of iFoam from niche market to mainstream, as I explained in the previous slide. And there are EU countries' policies are long-term market opportunities to be developed. So an example for that is Denmark, which has an objective that all the products that could be consumed in Denmark to be all organic. The certification is intended to assure quality and prevent fraud, and in this case, assuring or supporting the quality and preventing fraud. This brings as a result a fairer competition in the market. And for organic producers, from the other side, certification identifies suppliers of products approved for use in certified operations. So For example, a processing company will have easier its work to find the right certified products or to find the organic products. So when they are certified, the processing company will find easier the organic products. Individual certification bodies, from the other side, have their own service marks, which can act as a branding to consumers. Because in this case, Certify may promote the high consumer recognition value of its logo as a marketing advantage to producers. What I want to mean with this, I mean that there are certification bodies that have created based on their professional um, capacity in their professional performance. They have a very good image to the public, to the consumers. So the logo of the certification body then become brands. So they can find easier the products, and when they see the logo of the certification body, they probably will not focus many times consumers to the producer, the name of the producer, but based on, so their decision is taken based on the logo of the certification body. In EU countries, most of certification bodies, beside EU regulation A34 of 2007, operate organic standards that meet the national regulation standards of each country. So in this way, consumers can be um, more familiar or accustomed with other national logos of organic production. The other issue which what that I planned to explain in this part of the lecture is challenges for producers and the organic market. Which are the challenges? There are some challenges in front of the producers and farmers. First, managing the standards, record keeping, and certification cost is a challenge, especially a huge documentation about record keeping. The other challenge is supply chain competition. So, being certified is not enough. You need standards, quality, quantity, and so on. Credibility of organics as a national brand is again, it's not easy to have um, the confidence of the consumer. So it is again a challenge for producers and farmers. Which is other challenge in front of farmers, producers, processors, environmental alarms as increasing chemical use threatens biodiversity. Global use of chemical fertilizers alone increased tenfold in 50 years. So there is alarm, and being this, uh, people and institutions uh, push more pressure, put much more control, much more documentation. So the background back to the story related to the environmental issues become again a pressure to the producers and farmers. From the other side, Human health food safety scares are frequent, are prominent, large scale, and they are increasingly in the last times. For example, the baby cereal products made by United States food giant Heinz, the most popular infant nutrition producer in China, in August 2018 were found to contain excessive levels of lead. Another scandal of the fast food chain of using expired meat is not the only scare that this American fast food chain has given Chinese consumers. So these alarms, these scandals make people more to have more doubts and to be more careful. And so it's difficult to have their trust. This is the point. Related to the challenges, I wanted to mention here the social concern. There is a social concern about ethical labor standards. For example, nowadays there is um, uh, uh, how to say slave labor in the African cacao plantations, child labor in Peruvian vegetable harvesting and in flower industry. We find unsafe work conditions in Vietnamese fish packing in plants and so on. So these that I mentioned, they are not the only one. We can find them in everyday life probably. So it can be a duty for you to search for these issues that are related to the social or to ethics. Another challenge for the producers is the economic concern due to volatility, market failures, and inadequate remuneration that keeps farmers and laborers. So it is not easier for organic farmer or organic producers because of these issues that I already mentioned. Challenges and they are related to the certification process. So, which are the farmers' challenges? More specific. In order to certify a farm, the farmer is typically required to engage in a number of activities in addition to normal farming operations. So, we know that the farming is a very busy activity, and the farmer are not so familiar to keep a lot of records. And for them, will cost time and will not be easy. So they would need to have time to study the organic standards, which cover in specific detail what is and what is not allowed for every aspect of farming, including storage, transport, and sale. They have to deal with the compliance. So farm facilities and production methods must comply with the standards, which may involve modifying facilities, sourcing, and changing suppliers. The other thing is documentation. There is an extensive paperwork detailing farm history and current setup, and usually including results of soil and water tests. And it is a huge work of documentation. And this documentation is becoming more and more heavy and more bureaucratic. Planning a written annual production plan must be submitted, detailing everything from seed to sale, seed sources, for example, field and crop locations, fertilization and pest control activities, harvest methods, storage location, and so on. What are other challenges for the farmers? Inspection. There is at least an annual on-farm inspection, which includes a physical tour, examination of records, and oral interviews with workers, managers, and administrative staff. And this is time consuming for at least time consuming for the farmers. In addition, there are short notice or surprise inspection can be made, and more specific tests has to be done. For example, soil, water, and plant tissues. A challenge is the fee that the farm has to pay. A fee has to be paid by the grower to the certification body for annual surveillance and for facilitating a mark which is acceptable in the market as symbol of quality. For farmers, it is time consuming and can be difficult record keeping, written, day-to-day farming and marketing records covering all activities. All these must be available for inspection at any time that inspection body goes to the farm. Another challenge for the farmers is that before the farmer or the producer, especially the farmers, before they can be certified or their process of organic production can be certified, in fact, has to pass a number of years um, of time that the farmer um, is not using the prohibited substances like synthetic chemicals, for example. Other challenges, the specific requirements are for animal husbandry. So the farmers that deal with animal husbandry, processing, storage have other specific requirements. A sampling and chemical analysis have to be done, which are time and cost for farmers too. And a conventional farm must adhere to organic standards for a period of at least 3 years before release of certificate. And this linked with what I spoke before, what I was explaining before. The period of 3 years is known as being in conversion. During conversion, crops are not considered fully organic. So a farm already growing without chemicals may be certified without this delay. The time taken for a farm to comply with the organic standard is defined as the conversion period. In other words, it is the time required by the conventional farm to attain full organic status. Certification for operations other than farms is similar. The focus is on ingredients and other inputs and processing and handling conditions. A transport company would be required to detail the use and maintenance of its vehicles, storage facilities, containers, and so forth. A restaurant would have its premises inspected and its suppliers verified as certified organic. The organic products within EU countries move freely. For other countries can be barriers. These barriers are decreased drastically with mutual recognition and equivalency of standards and regulation, but however, they do exist. Non-EU countries can export to EU countries organic certified products if they apply Regulation 834 of 2007 equivalent regulation and are certified by an accredited body listed on the list of EU-approved certification bodies. EU countries have introduced procedures for improving certification bodies from outside the EU. So this is an opportunity meantime. Canada and the United States concluded the world's first fully reciprocal agreement between regulated organic systems in the last years. agreement is already realized between EU and USA, between UE and Canada, and the EU and Switzerland. Products from other countries can be sold as organic to Canada, United States, and Japan if the operator applies their standards. First, is certified by an accredited certification body of EU and recognized by respective countries, Canada, Japan, and United States. Farms of non-EU countries, even certified by an EU certification body, according to Regulation 834 of 2007, which is equivalent to NOP or COR, do not benefit of the agreement of equivalency. So this is a further challenge. They have to be certified NOP or COR by accredited certification body, which have to be accredited by USDA and Canada too, as well as EU accreditation. It was expected that these developments will ease trade in organic products and foster the future growth of the sector. However, the view of today is much better than some years ago. So, with this last slide, we concluded the second part of the lecture, Certification of Organic Production. And I wish you good study till the next part. See you. Bye bye.